Hey, Spud here with Spudding String Straps. This is Ask Spud a Question, a segment where you submit your questions and I try to answer them. The name Spud came when I first moved here a long time ago. I was about 12 or 13. That's back when Spud Webb was a big basketball player. Not really big, but he was in the NBA. And basically, when we were playing basketball, I used to aggravate all my friends so much, not that I was a good player, but the fact that I was stepping on their feet and running around them the whole time, they started calling me Spud. Actually, I started with Magnum Spud, and then the Magnum dropped off and I became Spud.
No affiliation to any potato? Or...
No, none whatsoever.
Okay.
Very simple, all of it. Used to be straight Reese cups, Reese eggs, anything Reese. But after a while, sort of lost my taste for that, and now it's just anything. Kit Kats, little tiny Carmelos, anything that's good. I love candy. In that case, I would look at the 2-ply or the 3-ply regular deadlift belts. Fantastic. They contour to any kind of shape, no matter what size you are. So I would look at those belts first, and then if you had any more questions, give us an email. Well, we sort of had a little bit of that a while back. It looks like we're going to get back into it since we have a lot of requests for it, and since we have a lot of dogs running around here. So look for that in the future. Well, if you haven't had elbow tendonitis, you haven't been training. So, absolutely. Over the years of powerlifting, non-powerlifting, it doesn't matter. Flare-ups are always going to happen. Obviously, first thing to do is, in lighter cases, is get you an elbow sleeve or a knee sleeve, get a little bit of compression on it, just something to keep it warm, keep a little pressure on there, and that helps out a lot. What I also like to tell people is get a deep tissue massage and have them work the pec area here, the lat area, have them work up where the tricep comes in, have them break those up, and a lot of times that'll take the pressure off of the elbow, because all those things, they impact the tendonitis from the elbows. So I would try those few things first. And then usually it clears up most of it, and obviously it comes and goes with time. But that's where I would start. Get a nice compression, either a sleeve or a cuff, and then get a massage, a deep tissue massage. But find somebody who's really good, because that's very hard to do. And then of course work those points yourself. You can do some body tempering. You can use bands to open this up, any number of those things to help try to loosen things up. Buried way down in the ground. But you never know. We might have a show dedicated just to finding those tapes and bringing them to life and the whole story that goes behind it. So if you know my story, with Mikey Johnson, that's who we shot the video with. Actually, the videos were very good, and they were excellent instructional videos. It's just that, had a little bit of crybabiness between me and him, mostly me, but whatever, it's a long time ago. So the Rocket Squats videos, sorry, not on the horizon, but thank you for asking at Legacy Strength from Instagram. I know who you are. That's certainly a little tougher course, and there's lots of guys who train by themselves and still make fantastic progress. Do I think we could have done it? Most certainly. The reality of getting strong and being strong and all those things that go with being strong, in the end, is simply a matter of will. Having the intense desire to complete your plan, your goal, the whatever you want the most. So I certainly do believe it would take longer. It'd be a little harder road to hoe, but it can be done. There's no doubt about it. But again, it's all about, do you have the will to go with your plan, to go with your work, to go with all those things that make somebody good or great? I was never great. I just worked really, really hard all the time, and I didn't listen to a damn thing anybody said. And that's pretty much still how I still live my life. You know, I'm sort of like the bulldog that just goes all the way through the door and doesn't look and doesn't check anything. He just does it because that's what he wants to do. And when I was powerlifting, that's what I wanted to do. Donnie and I are working on that right now. We've got some prototypes in. We had some, but material-wise, we didn't feel like it was the right fit. So we've got some stuff that we as a matter of fact, just got in, and we've got some different sizing for it. So we're going to make it on the extra smalls. We're obviously going to try to shrink the width of it to help accommodate the smaller people and the young athletes. And the material again will be softer, but it'll still be the same great bow tie. Look forward to it in the next couple of months. Maybe sooner, maybe a little bit later. It just depends on how fast Donnie and I can get this done. You can do whatever you want with the bow tie on. As far as wearing it all night, if you're comfortable wearing it all night, that's fantastic. We have people who wear it all day at work. I don't see what the difference is. I don't see how it can cause any other problems. Not a doctor, not saying anything, so I'll do my disclaimer about, I don't know. But I don't see any reason why you can't wear it at night if you want to, if it makes you feel good. And if it makes you sleep like a little baby, that's even more awesome. Well, if you've had surgeries, and obviously I have too, this is a constant issue, okay? So when you tear something, the body obviously has to fix itself. I mean, you get the doctor to sew things together, but you still have to have the scar tissue. You still have to have the body readjust to things, and you have to get strong again the way it is. So oftentimes that involves a lot of compensations from other muscle groups. Other people pay the price to help you not only rehab, but also, get stronger and better. So what I believe with this tool, the bow tie, is it will help, just as I have always suggested that when you have surgery, you should always go get some massage work done to get the scar tissue broken up, keep things moving. You just don't want things to glob up. And obviously that's a non-scientific term, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is scar tissue, in my opinion, and I've got a lot of it, that it kind of globs up if you don't take care of it. You don't break it up, you don't move it around. So after a certain period of time, you need to start getting regular massages, i.e. pull it up, pull the skin away from it also, and break up all that tissue from where the surgery was. So just like that, the bow tie helps you keep things a little looser, keeps that tissue compressed a little bit. Like if you wear a knee sleeve or an elbow sleeve, you're still getting the same concept. You're still getting a little bit of compression, so it actually holds things in a little bit better. It also, obviously, when you have that type of shoulder issues, range of motion under the bar is totally different. It takes a while. Oftentimes it takes till the end of the session before things warm up to where you can get your damn arms under the bar. But when you put the bow tie on, your shoulders are automatically pinned back a little bit. Doesn't require as much effort, which is good. But also, you've already created that shelf to where the bar can sit right there on the shelf. It's already pinned back. So the bar sits perfectly on there. So it's actually easier to use while you're training. I've used it in every capacity training. I've done regular bench with it on. I've done obviously rear delts, upper back. All those things, dips with it, all those things. And what I found is it helps keep it more stable in the joint. So obviously you get that tissue opened up, but it also keeps everything, holds it together a little bit. So if you want to think about it, you can think about it like a pair of briefs, like pair elbow sleeves, knee sleeves, whatever you want to think of it as. It's just another way to help you continue to train, get stronger, and perform. So that's my answer to your question. Thank you. To go back in time, I would have worn the sleeves a lot more during the warm-ups and getting prepared for the heaviest lifts. I wouldn't have done as many raw without totally nothing warming up. I would have put that on to warm it up, hold things together, and keep it functioning. Then I would have saved the wraps for the heavier sets, just to get more compression on there, and also it changes your mental outlook. Not that you're going to get any more. Sometimes obviously you will if you wrap it really tight, but what happens is just wrapping those really tight also changes your mental outlook as far as the squat and your disposition as far as a heavier weight. So I think that those are instances that when you should try to wear your knee sleeves or your elbow sleeves, and then when you should put your wraps on. So I would tend to keep them more towards the heavier sets. In my opinion, I wouldn't do as much raw with nothing on. I'd have a little bit of protection because you're still going to get strong. It's not really going to change that fact. As long as you're putting the work in, you're still going to get strong. But what you got to look at the end is also the longevity. When you get older, you want to be able to get up off the ground. You want to be able to function, and you still want to be able to lift weights when your career is dead and gone. So that would be my answer to that question. Use them frequently. So that wraps up Ask Spud a Question. If you have any questions or comments, see the link below.